It remains deeply concerning that standard teacher training includes only half a day of autism-specific education. And according to a survey by the National Autistic Society, just 14% of secondary school teachers have received more than this minimal exposure. But schools and academies are required to provide 5 days every year of professional development. So it strikes me as bordering on negligent if at least one of these days is not dedicated to the needs of children and staff who have some form of neurodiversity. Now, while this debate focuses on supporting neurodivergent people into employment, we have to acknowledge that this journey begins in school. Without adequate support in education, we are setting neurodivergent people up to fail. Society must recognise that people with a range of neurodivergent traits often make exceptional employees. Their unique strength, sometimes referred to as superpowers, can make them ideal candidates for many roles, including, as my honourable colleague from Hertford and Stortford MPs. I do speak from some personal experience. My son George was diagnosed with autism, ADHD and other neurodivergent conditions aged 15. His educational journey was fraught with challenges. While his nursery, Hoppers, had recognised he learned differently from other children, subsequent schools failed him until a dedicated Senko intervened and helped us reset. And now his brilliant teacher, Philly, at Linwood School is putting him back on the right track. Our experience shows that young people with additional needs often take a winding path, fighting for every step. But as George approaches his 18th birthday, I can confidently say any employer would be fortunate to have him, just as his current part-time employers, Jackie's Cafe and Fab and Nikki at the Custom House, already know. His journey is not unique. My inbox is full of pleas from parents to create a system where their children thrive. Now, let me be clear, neurodiversity is not a disease. It is a natural and valuable part of the human condition, but our education system, curriculum, and the fast pace of modern life often make it harder for neurodivergent individuals to thrive in work and in life. Simple adjustments, like using coloured paper, changing the lighting, or modifying furniture layouts can make a world of difference in the workplace, in the classroom, the supermarket, the cinema, across our world. These changes not only support people with ADHD or dyslexia, but benefit people for whom English is not a first language, those with physical learning disabilities, and those with anxiety. But failure to diagnose children early leads to adults feeling isolated, lacking confidence, and facing unnecessary barriers. As others have said, only around a third of autistic employers are open about their diagnosis, and this is a missed opportunity. With the right support, neurodivergent people thrive in the workplace, but they need the Access to Work scheme to function effectively. The delays at the moment are leaving people without vital adjustments and jeopardising their ability to work. These changes must be made in consultation with neurodivergent and disabled people. And I must add, I would encourage people to vote for NC2 tomorrow, allowing people with disabilities to access work at any time of the day or night and not just after 9:30 in the morning. Disabled people need to get to work if they're going to be successful. I was proud as the leader of Bournemouth, Christchurch and Poole Council to attend graduation ceremonies for interns in supported internships. Young people had never been given a chance to work. Witnessing their pride and their parents' joy at their success was truly heartwarming. Finally, I just want to make a point about the future. Historically, autism was a barrier to military service, but this is changing. Even our military is recognising that autistic individuals bring valuable skills such as analytical thinking, attention to detail and technical aptitude. If the military can embrace people with neurodivergence, any business can do so. And we must remember that it is not about accommodating people who are neurodivergent, but making sure they understand that their way of seeing the world is as valid as anyone else.